students, today in this video we are going to learn a new chapter, that is Internet Global Networking. Now in this chapter one of the very finest thing that we will learn is what is all about the network, what is Internet, how these networks are actually working, and many more such. So let's start the session by So first session is types of computer network. Okay, so in this particular session what we will see that how many types of computer networks are available and how basically we will segregate or will differentiate between all these different types of networks. So first is local area network, that is LAN. So you see LAN looks almost like this, the figure that you can see right now. It's actually connected with a central computer and all the computers are connected with that one only, and here all the networks are lying between a single particular place. So if we say like a LAN is a computer network that is limited to a local area such as a laboratory, a school, or an office building. So LAN is just a small network where very less number of computers is actually attached in a particular building, in a room, in a particular school. You can see the examples given as a laboratory. So this is what a LAN basically means. Always remember the full form, that is local area network. Now we are coming to the next type, another type of network, that is PAN, personal area network. Okay, see, a PAN is a computer network organized around a person. It is used for communications between devices such as phones, personal digital assistants, printers, laptops, and so on. So here we will see that when you are connecting your computer with a headphone, or whenever you are connecting your computer with a printer or a keyboard or any kind of phones, like you are connecting your computer with the help of Bluetooth with with your mobile phones also. So all such kind of connections are known as PAN. PAN means, you can understand by the name, personal area network, where there will be no such big distance between these two devices. Means two devices will be connected in close proximity. So that is called PAN. Next we are coming to the next part, that is the most amazing part, is MAN, Metropolitan Area Network. So in this particular Metropolitan Area Network, what we will see, it is just a mixture of LAN. Okay, multiple LANs come together to form a MAN. So you can see a MAN is a computer network that usually a larger area than a LAN. Basically a MAN is a bigger form of LAN, so it can connect multiple LANs together to form a particular network. So for example, a network that connects two offices in a city or a neighborhood areas, and so on. So you can see from the picture over here that here is a LAN, here is also a LAN, here is also a LAN. All these are three different buildings in a city. So all these buildings are connected together to form a particular area. Like over here you can see all different cities have different offices. All these offices are connected to form a metropolitan area network. Okay, so this is basically an example of MAN. So from the figure you can see differentiate between LAN and MAN properly. Okay, LAN is a small network inside a building or inside a particular premises, whereas MAN is the collection of different types of LANs. Next is WAN, wide area network. Wide area network is something which we use. It's connecting the different continents, different countries around the world. From the picture you can see that it is actually connecting all the continents together to form a network. So a WAN is a computer network that spans a wide geographical area. So a WAN may be spread across cities, countries, or continents. So a WAN is formed by connecting various LANs and MANs together. So the internet is considered to be the largest WAN. So from the figure you can understand that it is actually spread across a wide area, and you can see multiple types of computers are connected, and all these LANs, local area networks, metropolitan area networks all come together to form a big network throughout the world. A biggest network is actually considered as a WAN. So we say that internet is considered to be the largest WAN. So whenever we connect to the internet, we know that we are connecting to the every part of the world, and therefore we say that internet is the largest WAN. Now we are coming to the next thing, that is internet. So let us see something about the internet. So the internet is a worldwide systems of interconnected computers or interconnected networks. So it consists of many networks connected to one another to form a global network. The internet is also known as a network of networks. So basically, from the this paragraph, you can understand it is the biggest network in the world, which actually consists of many computers, many mobiles, many different networking devices throughout the world. It connects each and every computer throughout the world to form a big and very big network which spans across the entire world. Okay, so it is globally connected to everybody, and the internet is also known as a network of networks. So you can see it is a network of many networks. Okay, so now we will come to know about the uses of network, how these networks are beneficial for us. So one by one the points will come, like, see, the internet can be used to search and access information on any topic that we all know. Through internet we can search many topic, any information that we want, any kind of things that we want to know. We go into the internet and we can search it. Next point is emails. So you can see emails, video conferencing, chat, social networking sites are some of the features of the internet that let people communicate around the world. So these are the media through which people communicates with any other people in the world. So this is the biggest advantage that we are getting from the internet. So anybody is sitting in any corner of the earth can be connected to any other corner of the earth. So it is the biggest achievement that internet has given to us. And the third point is companies use the internet to advertise and sell their products. Nowadays we can see that people are giving more ads in the internet rather than giving their ads into the newspapers and televisions, because right now internets are being used by 70 to 80% people in the world, and it is also one of the biggest advantage of using this media for advertisement is you are not confined within a specific area. You are open to in front of the world, so your product can be seen by any person in the world. So that is why we consider internet as the biggest platform to sell our products. Now the fourth point is it can be used for entertainment purpose, such as playing online games, watching movies, listening music, and many more. So this one we all know that it is the biggest platform as an entertainment world. So one of the good point, when we are bogged down, when we are tired of doing so many works, we are bogged down with so many things. At that time, we see that it gives us a refreshment, because there is some internet is helping us. Basically, there is some internet to the computer which helps us to give the entertainment. Okay. So the next point is universities offer online courses in which the classes are conducted over the internet. So this example is the biggest example we have got, because we all know that due to this pandemic situations, we are taking the classes online, and this is only possible as there is internet in the world. If there were no internet, then this kind of classes, online classes and online features will be impossible, and we will be all stopping. And on that particular time when the COVID attacks us, and since then we don't have the opportunity to proceed ourselves, so it is one of the biggest platform which helps us to not to stop, and we have done a lot for using this one. Now the next point, the last point, is internet is used by people to pay bills, operate bank accounts, and book tickets. So also this is one of the biggest point, that it is also used by the people to conduct classes and conduct and it is basically used to pay bills, operate bank accounts, and book tickets. These are all very common to us nowadays, so we can understand that how much it is helpful when we are sitting in our own home and booking tickets from our home. That too, we are also checking out that which seat number we want and which seat we are actually preferring to. So this is only possible due to internet. So the next point is internet service provider, ISPs. So see how many types of providers who are providing internet to us. Who are these providers and how are they providing internet to us? So first is cable internet connections. We all know through cable the internet is coming to us. That is, cable internet connections are also service providers to us. Like when we take routers, those are all networks are coming through cables, and therefore it is a cable internet service provider. Next we are coming digital subscriber lines, DSL connection. This is another platform through which internets we are getting. So DSL is also a nice platform, and satellite communication is also one of the biggest platform which is helping us to communicate and get the internet. It is very much useful nowadays, because through mobile phones without any wires, in any place we are, whether we are in the train, we are in the bus, we are getting internet. So satellite communication is one of the biggest and finest inventions of the mankind. And last but not the least is wireless connections or Wi-Fi's. This is also nowadays becomes a very popular device, because through Wi-Fi we can connect to the internet, and we are getting, like when I am having a internet in my phone, I am putting on my hotspots, and you can connect through this Wi-Fi, and for you the internet provider is me, but from whom I am taking internet, that you don't bother. So this is how Wi-Fi is helping us to acquire internets into our devices. So this is also right now one of the good internet service provider nowadays. So students, so today up to this, next day we are going to proceed with a more other part of the chapter. I hope this video will help you to understand about the basic parts of the internet and some usefulness of the internet. So your work will be, you should learn this chapter nicely, because your exams are coming soon. So you need to learn about these chapters and everything properly, so that you can give a good exam. Thank you very much and have a nice day.